Hey guys, it's Rachel here from Rachel Reads. A slightly different background today. I just wanted to give it a bit of a change up. Today I'm here to do a really quick Kmart book haul of books that I picked up today. I have 5 books that I picked up today, so I'm just going to quickly talk about why I picked the book up and the price and a little bit about the book. Okay, without further ado, I picked up these books today and I spent a total of $72.15. The 15 cents is my reusable shopping bag because I had not planned on going to Kmart today, but it just sort of happened because I did not need any new books. If you can see behind me, they are all my to-read books, all the books that I own that I have not read yet, so I really didn't need any more, but you know, that's how life goes. Okay, so the first one that I picked up is called The Taking of Annie Thorne by C.J. Tudor. And the reason that I picked this up was because when I was walking through the store, I just saw this awesome spine with all of these, let me hold it this way, all of these colored pictures, and it just really stood out to me, and I picked it up, especially this one here. If you can see, it's got like the blood. Well, I assume it's supposed to be blood, but that's what it looked like. And I pulled it out and just had the most awesome cover, and I had a read of the blurb and it just sounded really up my alley. So what I can figure out was that it is a story about, so a little girl went missing. Her name was Annie. She disappeared for about 48 hours and then was returned, and she can't or won't tell anybody what had happened. And her sister seems to think that something has changed about Annie and is actually even a little bit scared of her. And later on, I don't know how much later on, didn't really give me too much information, but later on, Annie's sister receives an email saying, "I know what happened to your sister and it is happening again." So I thought that that sounded really intriguing. I picked this one up for $16, which is pretty reasonable for these larger sized. If I compare that to, so you can see it's the larger sized paperback, and that's what really they usually seem to go for at Kmart, is about $16 unless they're on sale, and sometimes you can get them for about $12. But I thought that seemed like a good deal. It also said on the front cover that it's by the author of The Chalkman. I've never heard of that, but if I enjoyed this book, then I might think about picking that one up. So I'll let you know what I think. So the next book that I picked up is called Under the Midnight Sky by Anna Roma. And nothing about this book particularly stood out to me until I picked it up and I read the blurb. There was no particular reason why I picked this book up. I was just browsing. It does have quite a pretty spine. I do like the gold accents on the dark background. It is quite pretty, but you know, when you compare the two, I think that The Taking of Annie Thorne was a little bit cuter. But this book is about a teenager that goes missing in the bush, and she has a very striking resemblance to some girls that were murdered about 20 years ago. And a journalist named Abby is trying to uncover what happened, and she starts working with a crime writer called Tom Gabriel. And Tom is really reluctant at first to work with Abby, but they soon uncover a secret attic which shows evidence of imprisonment over half a century before. Then Abby and Tom start to sift through this attic room and start to uncover the tragic history of the room, and they become convinced that it is the link to solving the mystery of the missing girl and finding her alive. It sounded interesting. I believe it is an Australian book. Let me just check. Yeah, I believe it is Australian, you know, set in the bush, so it could be something interesting. You know that I'm all about that Australian writing at the moment. So that is Under the Midnight Sky by Anna Roma. And that was $16 as well. So I've got 3 more. So the next book that I got was The Orchidist Daughter by Karen Viggers, which you can see just here. And one of the reasons I picked this one up was because you can see this sticker here, and it says if you don't enjoy this book, we will give you your money back. Read it or love it or your money back. And you know, I figured if they're willing to stake their money on the book, it must be good, and that's why I picked this one up. So it is set in Australia, in Tasmania, and it's about a girl, so a 16-year-old girl called Michaela, and she's growing up on an isolated apple orchard down in Tasmania, and she's being homeschooled. 18 months later, her and Kurt are running a small business in a timber town. So Michaela really wants to make friends. However, she is virtually kept a prisoner by Kurt, and he has this very secret life, and she feels alone and trapped. But Mickey meets a boy named Leon, who is another outsider, and things start to change. So we then see Mickey start to fight to uncover the truth about her past and discover her strength and spirit. Not really sure what it's about, but I'll give it a go, and if it has that, you know, love it or get your money back return, then I'm willing to have a go at it. So The Orchidist's Daughter, that one was also $16. So I've got 2 more books that I picked up. So the next book that I picked up is The Lost Girls by Jennifer Spence. And again, you can see here it's got that sticker where it's love it or get your money back. I haven't really seen these stickers before, but you know, that's a great idea, especially if you're like me and don't particularly like the library because you've got like obsessive about actually owning all your books and being able to see them. Whenever I've been to the library, I end up buying the book anyway because my OCD does not like not having it on my shelf. So this one is about it's asking the question about how far would you go to change a pivotal moment in your life, and what would you do, and how far would you go to save someone you love. The protagonist, Stella, there's some sort of mystery going on with her life that she is compelled to solve, something that happened over 50 years ago and something that is currently happening as well. And it's one of those stories where she's trying to uncover her family's secret. So it's about how everyone remembers the past differently. It sounded quite good. And again, if they've got that money back deal, you know, they must have faith in their writing. So this one was on sale, which I also love, for $12. So I said that these larger paperbacks used to go for about $16, which it was originally, but it was marked down to $12. Gotta love those bargains. And the last one I picked up, you will recognize. It is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. And it is the movie cover. I don't like movie covers. I like the original covers. Well, not the movie cover, the TV cover. But I picked this one up. It was also on sale for $12 as well. Usually these small ones are $9 or $12 at Kmart. Very rarely do you see them more than $12. I probably wouldn't pay more than $12 for one of the small covers because I think it's just overpriced. I'd probably go to Big W or Target to check it out, but they're a bit harder to get to from my house. I picked this up because I watched the TV series and I didn't mind it, but I have heard that the book is better. Most people that I have talked to have said that they enjoyed the book more, so I decided to pick that up. If you don't know, it's about essentially a girl called Hannah commits suicide, and she leaves these tapes detailing the reasons why she committed suicide and essentially blaming people for her actions. I thought I'd give this a go and see what it's like. It's quite interesting. You know, it's the TV version. It's got pictures in the middle, which, you know, it's not really my thing, but I'll give it a go and let you know what I think. So as I said, that was $12. And that's all the books that I picked up today. I really need to stop buying books. If you haven't seen my May or my June book haul, maybe check those out. I have purchased 20, 40, probably about 45 books in the last couple of months. And it's getting a bit ridiculous, but I just can't stop myself. I'm just so addicted. But thank you for checking out my video. Please like and subscribe, and please keep checking back for more videos. I'm really trying to get better at talking on camera. I know I'm not that great at the moment, but hopefully I will keep getting better. And please show me your support by liking and subscribing. Thank you and goodbye.